Emergency United Nations meeting has been called for today after one of the bloodiest assaults in Syria. The Syrian government has denied killing over 90 people. More than a third of the victims were children. This latest act of inhumanity was perpetrated in villages northwest of Homs. Sun News reporter Cindy Palm's been following this story and joins us now. And Cindy, what can you tell us about this UN emergency security meeting?
Brian, the British government today has been actively pushing for this UN Security Council meeting, and now their wish has been granted. This came about after Russia rejected a proposal by the French and the British to come out and condemn Syria for this latest round of violence in Alhoula. Russia, of course, has been a long-time ally of Assad, so we're keeping tabs on this meeting and we'll bring you the latest developments from it. But the world right now is absolutely seething over this massacre that killed over 90 people, including what we're learning now, 34 children under the age of 10. You're looking at UN monitors on the ground counting the corpses in what appears to be a mosque. Activists say that men were shot in the streets and that women and children were stabbed in their homes after a massive rally, anti-government rally in Alhoula on Friday. And now the government, Assad's regime, has denied any responsibility and says any accusations against Syrian forces is, quote, a tsunami of lies. But Syrian activists, though, are pointing the finger directly at Assad.
This bombardment was by Assad's forces. They wanted to punish people of Homs and people of Alhoula because they were always against Assad and protesting, and they wanted to vanish the city and kill every single person there.
There are rallies across Syria because of this. And interestingly enough, with these protests that we're seeing popping up impromptu across that country, not just blaming Assad's regime, they also blame the United Nations with signs in English as well as in Arabic saying that Kofi Annan, the UN Special Envoy to Syria, is to blame for his failure in implementing this peace plan. You see, there are about 250 UN monitors on the ground right now, and the whole point of them being there is to implement this truce that was supposed to take place in April, but that has so far, Brian, failed. So right now the Security Council was trying to put pressure on Russia, to put pressure on Assad to stop the fighting.
I'm sure that our own Canadian government has weighed in on the fact that this has been one of the more heinous acts committed in a war filled with acts of inhumanity. What did they have to say?
We have Foreign Affairs Minister John Baer among the leaders speaking out, and he worded it in a very harsh and straightforward way, and I quote, Baird says that this violence in Alhoula is very disconcerting because of its depravity. The number of children feared dead is especially reflective of the regime's utter contempt for humanity and decency. Many leaders speaking out, including the British government, having pressured countries to come together at the table at the United Nations. Of course, the UN saying that over 9,000 people have died in this 14-month conflict. That was a few weeks ago. Now, though, we believe that number is much higher.
Thanks for this, Cindy. We'll get back to you for more in the next hour as the story continues to develop.
Of course.
That's it.